A king doesn't need a crown to rule. In a chaotic shelter in rural China, one dog's name echoed across the world: King Charles. He led with heart, not fear.
When I first saw King Charles, I wasn't watching a smart dog. I was watching control itself. No commands, no handler, just stillness, heavy, surgical, alive. I used to talk about training and obedience. Then he showed me something bigger: presence without permission. That's when the obsession began. The first time I saw him, there was a fight breaking out. Two shelter dogs locked in chaos, barking, circling, kicking up dust. And in the middle of it all, King Charles just stood there, still. Not frozen, calculating. His tail didn't flick, his lips didn't curl. He just watched. That kind of silence isn't confusion, it's dominance through awareness. You could feel the air shift. Dogs don't fear noise, they fear intent. And his silence screamed louder than any growl in that shelter. I realized in that moment, leadership doesn't bark, it radiates. And whatever force he carried, it wasn't trained. It was instinct, carved from survival. I've seen dogs explode over scraps. I've seen them shiver under noise. But Charles, he's efficient, the kind that spends energy like currency. When another dog postures, he doesn't meet tension with tension. He waits, measures. That pause alone breaks the rhythm of the fight. It's not fear, it's calculation. Most dogs waste power proving they have it. Charles keeps it until it matters. That's something no obedience class teaches: strategic patience. Every subtle head tilt, every blink, every shift of his weight means something. And when he finally moves, it's not reaction, it's declaration. That's why he wins before the first bark lands. He's not just dominant, he's disciplined. Everyone talks about his stare, the way he looks at dogs like he's reading their next move. That's not some mystical thing. It's micro-expression analysis in motion. He reads tension before it breaks, the flick of an ear, the shift of a paw, the tightening of a jaw. These are words in a language most dogs don't even know exists. But he does. He decodes them. That's what makes him terrifying to rivals. He reacts before aggression even finishes forming. It's not magic, it's observation mastery. That's what separates intelligence from awareness. A trained dog listens to words, a king listens to body language. And that's exactly what he's mastered: the art of anticipating chaos before it even breathes. You can't teach what he has. Trainers can simulate confidence, puff the chest, steady the gaze, fake the calm, but King Charles carries something raw. His aura isn't performance, it's earned gravity. Dogs feel it before they even process it. That slight stiffening in their necks, that tiny break in their stare, that's the body's way of saying, he's different. You could drop him into any yard, any chaos, and watch hierarchy rearrange itself around him. That's not obedience, that's natural law recalibrating. Because true dominance doesn't demand space, it creates it. Every inch he walks through becomes his by declaration of presence alone. No commands, no collar, no reinforcement system, yet every dog in that yard orbits him like planets around mass. That's what fascinates me: control without contact. He doesn't manage, he governs. The moment a scuffle sparks, eyes flick toward him, not for approval, but for alignment. Because dogs know what balance feels like, and he's the living metric of it. There's no food reward, no clicker, no correction, just pressure, authority, a force that says, you know what this means, don't make me prove it. And somehow, they don't. That's the highest level of control, the kind that needs no touch, no sound, just presence. When King Charles does act, it's surgical.
No frenzy, no wasted motion. He doesn't attack, he corrects. Fast, decisive, and clean. One hit, one chase, one message delivered. It's the kind of precision you only see from a creature that understands consequence. He never fights for ego, he enforces equilibrium. That's what makes him terrifying, not his strength, but his intent. He's not trying to win, he's trying to restore balance. And once order's back, he just walks away. No gloating, no lingering tension, just a quiet return to calm, as if violence was never about dominance, but duty. Most people don't notice this, but Charles regulates emotion better than most humans. Watch closely. When a scared dog trembles, he doesn't charge, he adjusts, softens posture, slows breath, drops energy. That's social calibration. He doesn't just read the room, he resets it. That's leadership born from empathy, not fear. The ability to comfort and command in the same heartbeat. He's not just dominant, he's emotionally fluent. That's what makes him magnetic. Every dog sees not just power, but safety. That's why even the broken ones trust him, because he makes chaos make sense. By now, he doesn't need to prove anything. His record speaks in silence. Dogs remember. They carry his lessons in their gait. The younger ones don't test him, not because they saw him fight, but because they heard about it. That's the evolution of dominance, when your name becomes policy. King Charles walks like history already happened. He's not warning anyone anymore, he's reminding them. And that's when authority graduates from physical to psychological, when even the boldest challengers hesitate because legacy stands in front of them. He's built different because he chooses restraint. Any dog can explode, few can calculate. But Charles, he measures his energy like it's sacred. That's why he always wins. Not because he's faster, but because he's colder. He operates on timing, not temper. His strength is the pause before the strike. That quiet window where others lose composure. He never does. That's mastery. And that's what separates wild aggression from refined dominance. The understanding that real control isn't about showing power. It's about withholding it until it matters most. After years of studying behavior, body language, psychology, King Charles broke every pattern. He's the anomaly that rewrote the textbook. A dog that leads without volume, dominates without cruelty, and commands without command. That's why I got obsessed, because he's not just an animal, he's a study of pure authority in motion. Every frame of him teaches something new about order, restraint, and balance. And maybe that's why I can't stop watching, because in King Charles, I see what leadership was meant to be.
Maybe that's why he fascinates us, because King Charles isn't just proof of dominance. He's proof that power can exist without noise, that control can be gentle, and that silence can rule an empire. But if a dog can understand balance better than most men, what does that say about us? Subscribe to Pawble, because the next story will make you question everything.